Welcome in, everyone. I'm your host, Cassie Soto. NFR at 3:45 is sponsored by Las Vegas Motor Speedway, bringing you NASCAR and NHRA for more than 25 years. The Las Vegas Review-Journal is continuing to bring you special guest interviews. So here for day 3 of the 2020 NFR is bareback rider Mason Clements. Mason, appreciate you taking some time.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Well, Mason, 2020 has been a big year for you. You won in Denver, San Antonio, Wyoming, and now Utah. You're here for your third NFR. Is the saying going to be true this year? Is the third time the charm?
I think it is. I'm feeling really good. I've been drawing good the last 2 rounds. Got a really good horse for the third round, and there's 10 nights, and you go for a go-round win for sure, but you got to keep the big main goal in mind, and that's the average and world title. So I feel really good, really confident about what's to come the next 8 nights.
All right, Mason. Well, I know there was some confusion up until a couple months ago if there was even going to be an NFR this year. When the PRCA made the decision to move the NFR from Las Vegas to Texas, what were your initial reactions there?
Just grateful that they were going to have it, and that PRCA and Texas worked together to put on the rodeo. It's sad it's not in Vegas, in my original hometown, I guess, but I look forward to being back in Las Vegas and just happy that we're here to rodeo.
Well, you just mentioned it. You do have some Las Vegas ties. So fill us in. How is Texas standing up against Las Vegas? Are they doing that crazy strobe light intro for you guys, all the fanfare? How has it been so far?
It's a different arena. It's a different atmosphere. And, all of it, the locker room to the arena to how big the arena is. It still feels like it's a finals. It's just not the Thomas and Mack, that's kind of got some really cool history, and you just feel like you're on, some sacred ground when you step into that arena at the Thomas and Mack. And, it's still the NFR to me, even though it's not Thomas. It's still the NFR, and there are some things that you miss, but big difference is hearing the fans and the crowd, and everything's pretty much on top of you, and how small Thomas and Mack is compared to Globe Light. You hear more of the riding and everything going on in the arena than you do up in the stands. It's so big, and there's the ceiling so high, the crowd's not on top of you. You just can't hear, the volume of everything going on as good, but you feel the energy, and everybody's spirits are high, and we're all happy to have it. And I think that's what, you're still getting the feeling of it being a national finals rodeo.
Well, we'll wrap it up here for you, Mason. We'll get a little sappy. We know that you missed NFR 2019 because you underwent knee surgery, but instead of competing, you proposed to your now fiance, Brianna. When is the wedding date, and how has it been trying to plan a wedding amidst a pandemic?
Holy smokes. Everybody said planning it is the hardest part. And I think in a pandemic, it really goes to show if you really want to be with that person or not. And I'm a lucky man. I have better than I deserve to be able to marry Brianna. We're going to have it in June in Utah, and at a beautiful venue, and I'm looking forward to it. That was a good positive note to, not competing at Vegas last year. And I know that I put it all on the line. I have huge support from her all year long, trying to get there and missing it just barely. And then getting engaged in November last year, it put some more fire under me to be motivated to be back to the NFR again. And she's, stronger than she was last year, and it made me stronger than I was last year to be where we want to be. So we're blessed to be here this year, and just can't say thank you enough to her for standing behind me through all of it.
Love it, Mason. Well, congratulations. How about you go and win some money to pay off that wedding, huh?
Yeah, you got it. I will.
Once again, that was bareback rider Mason Clements. NFR at 345 is brought to you by Las Vegas Motor Speedway, home to the Pennzoil 400 and South Point 400 NASCAR races. We will be back every day at 3:45 bringing you special NFR guest interviews. So be sure to head to reviewjournal.com/NFR for those interviews and daily highlight videos. I'm your host, Cassie Soto. We'll see you tomorrow.